Hello, most welcome in UPSC welfare. Let's attempt all the UPSC questions which has been already asked by UPSC. As we know that we are trying to revise, so this revision will be from Judiciary and Legal Rights chapter of Indian Polity. So let's have. See first questions. The power of Supreme Court of India to decide disputes between a state between center and state falls under its. Yes, that is the original jurisdictions. Why it is so? Because according to in a way that is suitable for Article 131, Supreme Court is having, of course, original jurisdiction in any dispute. For example, between the government of India or one or more state. More than, it can be also more than two state disputes. So this is very easy question. It has already asked, as we know that in 1996. But see, my dears, questions is folded by UPSC, but you know that conception is the same. So if you know conception is similar from previous questions, so that's why try to just read carefully that what are option has been given also, and this is the part, and what is just because that interpretation between the interlink of this question and these options. So that's why let's see here 2 number. When the Chief Justice of High Court act an administrative capacity, he is subject to, what is that? Right jurisdiction of any other judge of the High Court? Definitely. Why not it can be? Because a special control exercised by the Chief Justice of India, that is not fact. Discretionary power of the governor of the state, no. And a special power provided to other center chief, to other chief minister, that is also not. So which one is going to be correct? A will be correct. Now 3 number C. According to the Constitution of India, the term district judge shan't include which one? Tribunal judges, of course. Why it is so? Because under the article of the 236, the Constitution's term district judge included judge of the city civil court, of course, additional district judge, joint district judge, assistant district judge, chief judge of a small cause court, and chief presidency magistrate, addition chief presidency magistrate, session judge, assistant judge, and additional session judge. These all are coming. So that's why, but tribunal judge is not coming. Here is asking shall not include. So C will be correct answer here. Remind you that, of course, if you have doubt, just visit of the 236 article. Now 4th number C. Willful. Willful means, you know that, deliberately disobedience or non-compliance of the order and use derogatory language about judicial behavior amount to contempt of the court, and show assertion there is no doubt it's a correct. And second one, judicial activism can't be of course the practiced without arming the judiciary with punitive power to punish contemptuous behavior. So this is also fact, but this is reason is not correct explanation of assertions. So both are correct, means B will be correct answer here. Fifth number question C. Where is the fifth? Here. This question is asked, of course, is asked already in 2001, as we know. So see, Supreme Court of India tendered advice to the President on a matter of laws or fact. Yes, laws or fact. So see, law and fact means, of course, if only if he seeks such advice. Why it is so? Because it's clearly defined under the provision as per provision under the article of 143. Yes, Supreme Court of India tender advice to the President on the matter of law or fact, if only he, yes, only if he seeks such advice. Now, 6 number. See, they consider the following the statement regarding the High Court in India. There are 18, no, 21st High Court. Of course, 21 High Court we have in all over India, and 3 of them jurisdiction of more than one state. No, this is absolutely wrong, of course, because it's a fact that 6 state and no union territory has on its high court. This is also wrong. Why it is so? Because Delhi is also union territory, but its own high court, and judge of the high court hold office, yes, hold office till the age of the 62, no doubt, and the Supreme Court judge 65. So 1 and 4 is going to be correct, so C will be correct answer. For further, let you define once again of these questions in details. See, there are 20 High Court all over India, and 6 High Court is having more than 2 states judiciary. So, first is your Bombay, second is your Kolkata, third one is Guwahati, and fourth one is your Kerala, and fifth one is your Madras, and sixth one is Haryana, and Chandigarh is one, that is Haryana and Punjab, that is one High Court of Chandigarh. So, as we know that all of them have jurisdiction over the more than one state. So, National Capital Territory, as we know, for last third C is having own high courts. So, which one is going to be a C? 7 number, salary and allowance of the judge of the High Court are charged to the, yes, salary and allowances of the judge of the High Court. If it's here the Supreme Court, then that will go consolidated fund of the India, but here is a High Court. High Court means the subject to your, of course, state most probably. So this will be consolidated fund of the state, of course. So C will be, sorry, B will be correct here. Why? Because as we know that the salary and allowances of the judge of the High Court are charged to consolidated fund of the state, but their pension are payable as charge expenditure, Article 112(3). 8 number C. Power to enlarge the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India with respect to any matter include in the union list, union list of legislative power is it. Of course, that will be the parliamentary. There should be no doubt. 8. It is going to be, because as we know that such is the prerogative of the parliamentary. So C will be here. 9 number, very good questions and very easy, that High Court has a territorial jurisdiction of Andaman and Nicobar. Which High Court? That is the Kolkata High Court, of course, as we know that, because we have the Bengal, Andaman Nicobar is that geographical location I am telling you. So that's why especially that's why for 2. S is the High Court of the Kolkata. Let's second slide. See second slide. 2004, this question asked, but very important the questions. Let's have, because here see the highest criminal court of the district is Court of District and Session Judge. Absolutely correct. Second one, the district judges are appointed by the governor in consultation with the High Court. Absolutely correct. Yes, the person to be eligible for appointment as a district judge should be an advocate or a pleader of the 7 years standing more or an officer in judicial service of the union or state. I am here especially talking about the persons to be eligible for the appointment in the district, not a high court. So high court will be here. If a high court is mentioned, then that will be wrong, but it has been given eligible for appointment of the district judge, so definitely it's a correct. And when the session judge award a death sentence, it must be confirmed by the high court before it's carried out. Absolutely correct. So all are correct. So D will be correct. Why? Because the provisions are given under the article of the 233 to 235 in the chapter of course, subordinate court in the Constitution of India. 11 number questions, very nice questions. That's coming from the Indian National Human Rights Service Commission. So Act 2093, of course, has been that it was introduced. So who among the following can be its chairman? Chairman means definitely there will be, yes, Chief Justice retired. So who is going to be here? Serving judge? No, that cannot be. I mean the only retired Chief Justice of India. C will be correct. Yes, because according to National Human Rights Service Commission, National Human Rights Commission's Act 993, only the retired CGI can become chairman of human rights, appointed by the president on the recommendation of the committee, comprising, of course, of the prime minister. A speaker will be also, and I am the speaker of the Lok Sabha will be there, and home minister and leader of opposition both, and both houses of the parliament, and deputy chairman, he will be also there. Deputy chairman, he and the C will be also there. So which one is going to be the correct? C, as we know. Now 12 number questions. This is very easy questions, my dears, that according the sequence in the descending order of the precedence in warrant of the precedence, who will be? So C, Judge of the Supreme Court, that's fine. Court, Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Attorney General of India, and the member of the parliamentary. So as we know that Judge of the Supreme Court is a higher power than especially member of the parliamentary, and member of deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha also, and Attorney General of India also. So B will be the correct, no doubt. 12 number B, and one thing that when a question comes about related to the presidency in the warrant of the presidencies, and then the president is having the most powerful in the country, of course, and then vice the president, then third one is your prime minister, and the fourth one is the governor of the state in the respective. Now it comes on the fourth warrant of the presidents. So let's attempt the next questions. 12, 13 number questions. Once again, that's why I'm telling the material. Once again, that's all the option. Read carefully, because yes, the concept is repeated again and again. So see, once again is coming from the related to the High Court in 2005 from the Judiciary chapter. There are 25. No, we have already discussed that 21 High Court all over India. So one is going to be wrong. If we eliminate of the ones, so by elimination method also, see. Now we have a 50-50 chance, but the 3, there is no doubt the 3 is the correct. Let's see firstly read the 3. Is it correct or not? National. As we know, National Capital Territory of Delhi has a high court of its own. Definitely correct. And there are 25. That is wrong. Punjab and Haryana, Union Territory of Chandigarh, has a common high court. Of course, absolutely. So A will be a correct answer. Now, consider the following statement. The parliamentary can't enlarge the jurisdiction of the can't enlarge. No, parliamentary can. So this is going to be a firstly wrong. Now see second. The officer and servant of the Supreme Court and High Court are appointed by concerned the Chief Justice, and administrative expenses are charged on the consolidated fund of India. Which one is going to be the correct? Of course, B will be the correct, because the 2 is absolutely correct. Because yes, as we know, why statement 1 is incorrect, not correct, incorrect. Because as when according to the article of the 138, one, that's the constitutions, parliamentary can enlarge jurisdiction and power of the Supreme Court. Read to any matter in any union list where the Supreme Court jurisdiction read to any other matter can be enlarged by the special agreement between the government of India and government of concerned state. So that's why. But it's clearly defines that officer and servant of the Supreme Court and High Court are appointed by, of course, concerned with Chief Justice, and administrative expenses are the charge on the consolidated fund of India. So B will be correct here. Next question here, C. Assertion is given in every state in India. Every state has a high court in its territory. Not. So one is going to be wrong, because Maharashtra, of course, the Mumbai High Court is having the Maharashtra and the Goa. For both state judiciary power. So that's why this cannot be. And Chandigarh, see, Haryana and Punjab, as we know that, and Guwahati, Assam, you know that, and all northeast and sorry, especially east state, that is Meghalaya, Mizoram, of course, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura, and Manipur, Nagaland, or Arunachal Pradesh, Assam. So Guwahati is having the jurisdiction of all eastern state. So that's why this cannot be. So A is going to be absolutely wrong. B, C, the Constitution of India provides the High Court in each state. Yes, that is a fact. So which one is going to be? If B is going to be true and R is going to be false, A is going to be false, so assertion is a false, means assertion is a false and R is a true. So which one is going to be? D will be correct. Next, very easy question and interesting. PIL. When PIL was introduced to the Indian judicial system, and who was? Just see, of course, it is a huge contribution of the P.N. Bhagwati, which has been, of course, the PI litigation, public interest litigation. This, of course, provisions has been taken from the United States of America, but, of course, who was introduced? First of all, that is the P.N. Bhagwati. When it was, so P.N. Bhagwati was a Chief Justice of India during July, yes, 1985, December to 1986. During his tenure as CGI PIL, that is the public litigation interest here, the public interest litigations, was introduced to Indian judicial system. Very easy questions. Now, 17, consider the following the statement that the person who has held the office as the permanent judge of the High Court can't plead and act in any court before any authority in except of the Supreme Court. That is absolutely correct. A person is, yes, a person is not qualified for the appointment of the judge of the High Court unless he has at least 5 years, not 5 years. 10 years it should be. It should be 10 years. So, if 2 is going to be wrong, means A will be correct, 17. Why? Once again I repeat that one statement is incorrect because after retirement of the permanent judge of the especially High Court shall not plead or act in any court or before any authority in India except Supreme Court and a High Court, other than High Court in, yes, which he had held his office under the article of the 220. It has been clearly defined. And why 2 is going to be a statement wrong? Because according to 217, yes, 217, a person is not qualified under the article 217. A person is not qualified for the appointment of the judge of the High Court in India unless he hasn't, yes, yeah, unless he has at least 10 years experience held in the judicial office in the union territory. So minimum experience is required at 10 years, not of 5 years. In judicial office, yeah, in the territory of India. So it's very important that, of course, if you know such kind of the concept of the judiciary, then definitely this will make you easy to attempt this question. So which one is going to be A? Now 18 number questions, let's have. Which of the following the statement is going to be the correct? Yeah, they consider the following the statement that mode of the removal of the judge of a high court is the same as the removal of the judge of the Supreme Court. Absolutely correct. Second one, after retirement from the office, the permanent judge of the High Court can't appellate in any court before of any authority in India. This is going to be wrong, so because the first C concept has been repeated once again. This one, it has been already asked in the 2006 and now in 2007 such concept has been given here, so definitely it's wrong. So which one is going to be A? That's why I'm saying that the concept is repeated again and again. So let's have this question once again. It also has been already asked. Then how many courts? How many courts in India's jurisdiction offer more than one estate, not included union territory? So Kolkata, as we know, Kolkata is having, of course, jurisdiction of on Andaman Nicobar. So which one is going to be how many states? Bombay, of course, Bombay is having jurisdiction of more than 2 states, Maharashtra and Goa. So one is Bombay, of course. Second is Haryana and Chandigarh, Haryana and Punjab, that is your Chandigarh. And third one is your third one. That will be, which state will be the third high court with C? Because I am sure that there are three especially high court who is having the jurisdiction more than especially with not including of the union territory. That is north. Let's Guwahati. Guwahati, you know, that is of course that falls in the Assam, but the capital of Assam, that is Dispur. But Guwahati is having the high court of more than especially one state jurisdictions, because you know that all Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Tripura, these all are coming. So they are only on the 3 state. But let's remind once again of 19 questions that Bombay High Court, Maharashtra and Goa, Guwahati, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Tripura, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh, and Haryana and Punjab, as we know that High Court, Chandigarh. So that's why they are only on the 3, with not including of the union territory. So this question has been already repeated, because in the first number questions, of course, we have revised the similar question like that. So that's why I'm telling you the concept is simpler. Concept is the same coming, but as when the question is folded, UPSC is making the difficult to understand. That's why it's not easy, of course, to until unless you don't read carefully all of the options also. So now 20 number question with reference to Lok Adalat. Let's have the consider the following this statement. An award made by the Lok Adalat is deemed to be decree of civil court. No appeal lies against there to any court. Absolutely correct. And matrimonial, family dispute are not covered under the Lok Adalat. No, it's covered. So it's going to be wrong, and first one is going to be correct. Why it is so? Because award made by the Lok Adalat is deemed to be decree of civil court. No appeal lies against to any court. Definitely so. A is going to be correct. Yes, 20 is going to be A. Now let's next slide. Yes, these all our question has been especially asked from the Judiciary chapter. So please read carefully and try to understand the concept after reading the Indian polity of the Lakshmikant. So let's have third. 21st number question with reference to the once again Lok Adalat chapter. Of course, from Lok Adalat, of course, the topic question is coming once again. Correction that we have to make with reference to the Lok Adalat. So Lok Adalat have jurisdiction to settlement at pre-litigating stages and not those matter pending before any court. No, that can be also. So it is going to be wrong. But here we have to choose, yes, which one is going to be right. So Lok Adalat can deal with matters which are civil or not a criminal in the nature. If it's in a criminal in nature, that can be also deal with. So that's why it's going to be wrong. Yes. Third one is every Lok Adalat consists of either serving or retired judicial. No, only one retired judge. So that will be also wrong. Now, none of these statements is correct. So definitely we have the choice only one D. Why? Because case that pending in the regular court can be transferred to of course Lok Adalat if the both parties agree. Definitely. So these are usually presided over by the retired judge, as we know, and the social activists also participate there. And other member of the legal professional and Lok Adalat can deal with any matter falling within the jurisdiction of the civil criminal also. So D will be correct once again. 22. Which one of the following are included in original jurisdiction? Once again, first question, you know that's after 10 years, once again this question has been repeated. See, original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Dispute between the more than two state, more than two union territory, and that can be between the Union Government of India and the state government disputes. So which one is going to be a dispute between the Government of India or one or more states? So A is absolutely correct. A is absolutely correct means it will go on definitely, and this will also go on. Now, dispute regarding the elections to that. No, 2 is absolutely wrong. So this will be wrong. So which one is going to be 1 and 4? No need to read the especially. Third number option, dispute between the Government of India and the Union Territory. No, that is wrong. But this can be, of course, more than two states. So 1 and the 4 is going to be correct. 22. Why it shows because the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court include dispute between the Government of India and one or more state, or dispute between the two or more state, not included with the Union Territory. Remind you that more than only two state, not a Union Territory. Sorry. So that's why C will be here the correct. 1 and 4 is absolutely correct. Under the original jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction is the coming under the article of 131. Now, 23 number questions. Let's see. With reference to delimitation commission, consider the following the statements, and that is 1. As we know, the order of the delimitation commission can't be challenged in any court. Absolutely correct. Second, when the order of the delimitation commission are laid before the Lok Sabha, yes, that is your lower houses, your upper houses, of course, or upper houses legislative assembly, state legislative assembly, they can't affect any modification in the order. Both are is going to be correct. So C is going to be the correct. 24 number questions. Let's have, what are the provisions to the safeguard autonomy of the Supreme Court of India? While the appointing the Supreme Court judge, the President of India has to consult the Chief Justice of India. Absolutely correct. So if the 1 is going to be correct, so means definitely 4 is eliminated and the 3 is also eliminated. Now see, salary of the judge are charged on the consolidated fund of India. Absolutely correct. 2, which the legislator doesn't have to vote. Absolutely correct. So 3 is going to be wrong, but 3 is going to be right. But one thing that see, Supreme Court judge can be removed by Chief Justice of India. No, that cannot be. Supreme Court judge especially Supreme Court judge cannot be removed by especially Chief Justice of India. There should be impeached. So parliamentary consensus is also required there, so that's why 2 is eliminated. If the 2 is gone, so this one is also gone, so the 1 and 3 is going to the why, especially 4 is going to the all the appointment of officer and the staff of the Supreme Court of India, yes, are made by the government only after the consulting the Chief Justice. No, government has no interfere or something behind that. So 25 let's have now 25 number questions. This is last the question, of course, of this video tutorial of especially Judiciary, and we will revise the from it has been asked especially in 2013. See NALSA. Then of course the similar accounting better we will revise next Judiciary question which has been already asked by UPSC in the next video tutorial. But in 25 number, one question remain of this slide, so let's have attempt. See 25 with reference to the NALSA. NALSA is standing for National Legal Service Authority. Consider the following the statement. Let's have it's objective to the provide the free, the competent, the legal service to the weaker section of the society on the basis of equal opportunity. There is no doubt. That's why NALSA was established. As well as under the article under the especially under the Legal Service Authority Act of 1987. Remember that. So second option C. First is absolutely correct. Second, it issues the guidelines for the State Legal Service Authority to implement a legal program and a scheme throughout the country. So 2 is also correct. So which one is going to be a C will be here correct answer. C. Why it is so? C will be the correct, because once again I repeat that yes, National Legal Service Authority NALSA has been constituted under the Legal Service Authority Act 1987 to provide free legal service to the weaker section of the society and to organize Lok Adalat for amicable settlement of dispute. In every state legal service is settlement of dispute in every state, and state legal service authority has been constituted to give effect to the policy and direction of the NALSA. So to give free legal service to the people and the conduct Lok Adalat in the state. So C will be correct. Always remind that NALSA means 1980, of course 1987. Yes, National especially Legal Service Authority Act. If you read of that, and then of course then both option has been clearly defined here. So all are the correct. So this is all about in the Judiciary chapter of video tutorial, and thank you for watching. Thank you for giving your valuable time. I hope that this video of course will assist you in your preparation of the government service exams, and if of course video is being benefited, if you are being benefited by this video tutorial in any ways, then please like, subscribe and give the comment box how to like this video tutorial. So thank you for watching, have great times, and please, it's my humble request once again that please like and subscribe, because of your like and subscribes, and this will inspire to me to make more and more video related to your especially education purpose. So thank you very much, have a great